Hey everyone, so today I'm going to be making a new Blue Eyes deck profile. So it's definitely more new and definitely more improved than my previous Blue Eyes deck profile, and it's changed a lot. There's a lot more link, there's a lot more, engine cards and whatnot, so I'm gonna go through the deck and tell you what each card does and tell you how the deck works, So let's get straight into it. So we play 3 Blue Eyes. I mean, Blue Eyes is actually, honestly a really great card. It's a Blue Eyes player, and it's a Blue Eyes deck, but, Blue Eyes player, kind of biased, but, genuinely, you can summon it really easily, really well, and it's 3,000 attack. It's probably one of the easiest boss monsters to summon. Honestly, it's really great. Next, we play Blue Eyes Alternative White Dragons, because you really don't want to play 3, because if you play 3, one of them is going to be a brick, and games nowadays really aren't that long, or as long, I should say, and most people play 1 alternative, and that's totally justified. I could probably tweak my deck to put 1 alternative, and it would still work alright, but the reason I have 2 is because I play 2 melodies in the deck. Next, we have our Floaty Stonies. As most people would call them. I definitely agree that's a good name for them. So, I actually don't use these a lot. People would play, 3 Whitestone Legends and, 1 Ancients, but if I'm honest with you, these are all the Blue Eyes monsters in the deck. So, what is that, 7? Because, Blue Eyes works so well with so many other spells and whatnot, and, you'll see, as the deck goes, but, these do work, because I do play Needle Fiber in here, so I do need those extra little tuners for when I don't have enough of those level 1s in the deck. And now we play Danger. Most Blue Eyes nowadays actually do, because they're level 8s, and they work really, really well with Trade-In. And, Bigfoot, if for those who don't know how to play Danger, or how Dangers work, is, in your hand, you, for example, you reveal your Bigfoot, and then, you shuffle your hand, and you say, pick a card, any card. If it's not Bigfoot, you discard that card that they picked, and you summon the Bigfoot, or the Danger. This is how all Dangers work. You summon the Danger to your field, and you draw a card. But if they pick that Danger that you revealed at the beginning of that, then you discard that Danger. And this part is what makes them all unique. Their floating effect when they go to the graveyard, that's what makes them all unique. When Bigfoot is sent to the graveyard, he pops a face-up card the opponent controls. So I actually thought this was only monsters before, but it's face-up cards they control. So that's any annoying, continuous traps, anything face-up cards. So it's really good with trading and whatnot. It's 3,000 attack. Next we have Thunderbird. This is for back row. This is for set down cards. You're not really going to destroy face down monsters with this. Like I said, it's very similar, very, very similar to Bigfoot. It's a level 8 for trade-in. Has a little less attack, but that's okay, because this is for back row. This is for getting those face down traps in the back that the opponent will have. It's I don't really want to see what that is, so I'm going to destroy this with Thunderbird. And now for the one of Dangers in the deck. 1 Nessie, 1 Jackalope, and 1 Tsuchinoko. So, Nessie recently went to 2 in a very, very, very recent ban list. As I'm recording this, it's not even in effect until, October. So, this deck actually doesn't need 2 Nessie. It bumped it up to 2 Nessies for a reason. You really don't need that second Nessie. It's just searching Dangers, and, you can tweak the deck to not even need 1 Nessie. Nessie is definitely the weakest Danger, I would say. It's a level 7, but if it was a level 8, then it would definitely be, limited still. And then, Jackalope, Nessie searches the card when he's discarded. Jackalope, summons a card, summons a Danger from the deck when it's discarded. And when Tsuchinoko's discarded, it, just summons itself. So, Tsuchinoko is actually really good. I would say these 2 are the best Dangers in the deck. Let me just move these cards down. I'm looking at the camera now. Okay, and then for an engine, we play 3 Righty Drivers, and, hold on. We play 3 Righty Drivers and a Lefty Driver. Let me do that so you see the Righty Drivers and the Lefty Driver, and then I'll move that up in a bit. So you normal summon Righty Driver on your field, so this is a normal summon, and then it summons a Lefty straight from your hand, deck, graveyard, anywhere basically. And then based off of that, you get a 1-card combo for Needle Fiber. And then Needle Fiber gets a level 1 tuner or something from your deck to link into something bigger. So it's a really good 1-card combo. It's so good. I play a lot of Needle Fibers. I play Needle Fiber in this deck a lot. We have 3 Plaguespreader Zombies. And so what they do is, it's also a 1-card combo. You can normal summon it, and then you link it off with an Almirage. And then, you link it off with an Almirage, and then you bring this back by sending 1 card from your hand to the top of the deck for a cost, and then you're pretty much getting a Needle Fiber. But you do spend a cost, which is why Righty Driver and Lefty Driver are better than 3 Plague Spreaders. And for the last combo of, getting, link cards off of 1-card combos is Deskbot 003 and 2 Deskbot 001s. And then, so, I'm actually going to put these here like I did with Lefty Driver, just so you can kind of see them there. And, so, you summon Deskbot 003 from your hand. It's another normal summon. Blue Eyes has enough bricks to build a house. So, you normal summon 003. This is kind of a complicated combo. So, you're, if you build this deck, you're going to have to do it a lot to know what it does. You normal summon 003, summon a 001 from your deck, link into Needle Fiber, and then Needle Fiber gets another 001 from your deck, and you link into that with a Mecha Phantom Beast Auroradon. Let me actually show you those 2 cards. Let me show you Needle Fiber and also Auroradon, just so you know what I'm talking about. This is Mecha Phantom Beast Auroradon right here, and that's what you're gonna link into when you see Needle Fiber and 001. Needle Fiber is called Crystron Halqifibrax, but everyone pretty much calls him Needle Fiber because of the OCG. And this is one of the best cards in the deck, one of the most used cards in the deck, I would say. There are better cards, but this is what you need to go into a lot of extra deck stuff in the deck. And then once you're into Auroradon, you summon 3 tokens, 3 machine tokens, that are level 3 tokens, and then you summon these 2 from your graveyard for free. And then you synchro 2 of those level 3 tokens into Moonlight, and then into Borreload Savage Dragon, and then you'll have a token left over. And then you'll have that Savage Dragon at the end, and the Auroradon and the token. Now we have a Magical Hound. This is a target, well, not really target. This is what you can summon off of the link summon of Needle Fiber. And it's really good. So what it does is you summon it when Needle Fiber comes out, which you have a lot of ways to do that, and you get it a lot. I've used this deck for a while. This is a really solid deck. And so you get Needle Fiber, and then you summon Magical Hound off of its summon. And then you can link it off for a Link Haribo or something, and then you can bring it back by destroying a face-up spell or trap that your opponent controls. And then you go into a Link 4 or something. And you can only use that once per duel, and then it's banished when it goes back to the graveyard. It's really good. You only want 1 because you can only use it once per duel. And if you have more than 1, it's purely a brick. And then for our hand traps, I don't play hand traps, but I do like this kind of. I mean, I could maybe later on I could tweak the deck to probably get this out, because it requires you to have no monsters, and you're probably going to go second if you're using this. And it can be a brick otherwise, if you're, if you go first or something, which this deck can go first and second. It's really good at that. So yeah, when you control no monsters, and your opponent, you can negate an opponent's effect. I think it's a non-negate. Let me read this. Yeah, pretty much negate anything you want to that they do, and then you summon this to your field with a Frame Driver, and then you have, those 2 cards on your field, probably to protect you in, defense position or something, and then you just negated something on their field. So that's kind of cool. This gets banished, though, but, you still have, 2 monsters in, defense for you, so that's cool. Then we have the spells. We have Trade-In. This is so good. You're going to use it for Thunderbird, Blue Eyes, Alternative, all your level 8s, and you're going to draw 2. Trade-In, I mean, it's really, really well known in Blue Eyes deck for, like, drawing 2, getting more trade-ins, you know, drawing more cards, you know, getting the stuff in the graveyard you want. It's really that good. Then we have 2 Melody of Awakening Dragons for those 2 alternative white dragons that we had. You're really just discarding 1, and then you get a Blue Eyes and an alternative. I mean, you're pretty much discarding to get a Blue Eyes to your hand and an alternative on the field. It's really great. But I only play 2 because I'm not going to play a lot of alternatives, you know, and, like, I'd rather not have 3 melodies, you know. Then we have Successor Soul. I could definitely get rid of this if I wanted to. You know, you could definitely get rid of this if you wanted to. So you tribute an effect monster that you have, and then you destroy a card that your opponent controls, and then you summon a Blue Eyes from your deck. This is kind of situational. You're not really going to use this often, but I mean, definitely feel free to, like if you want to, you know, get a deck similar to this deck, then like I might even recommend replacing this card. But I do think it's better than Gizmek. I see a lot of Blue Eyes decks using Gizmek and stuff, but you can't just banish 8 cards in your deck just to summon a level 8. Because this deck, I mean, unless you're playing, like, really Xyz heavy Blue Eyes deck, then I actually definitely see that. I used to play an Xyz heavy Blue Eyes deck. I think that was my Blue Eyes deck in the last profile I did, but this is a Link profile. And then for the last card in the main deck, we have Monster Reborn. Yeah, it's just Monster Reborn, you know? I mean, you just summon a Blue Eyes from your graveyard. I mean, it works sometimes. I mean, it's just Monster Reborn, you know? Alright, now, so for the extra deck, we start out with 3 Salamangreat Almirages. So these, you're only really going to use these for, your Plaguespreader Zombies to link those off and, you know, get your Needle Fiber. But, I mean, you can use this also if you don't have enough Linkaribos. It's a little versatile. And then we play 2 Linkaribos. Pretty similar to Almirage, but you can use this for just level 1s. I mean, it's Linkaribo. It's pretty simple. And then we have, 3 Needle Fibers. Yeah, don't worry about that last one, you know. It keeps going up in price, and I'm trying to get a 3rd, but at the time of recording, I really wanted to, you know, get a video out on multi, and I'm not spending $40 on a piece of cardboard, you know. I mean, I'm waiting for it to get reprinted. I think it will. I'm mildly optimistic that it will, but for right now, so what it is, it's a Hope Harbinger. I just say to, like, people, like, for the very, very, very rare times I need a 3rd Needle Fiber, I just say, it's like, to friends, I would just say, I'm using this out as a Needle Fiber, I'll just do that. It's like, it's a Needle Fiber. Like, I'm not going to do that in tournaments. If it's in tournaments, I'll be like, oh, darn, I only have 2 Needle Fibers. But I definitely want to order one, like, whenever it gets reprinted. Then we have the Nightmare package. I never, ever play, what is that called, Pegasus? I think I'm putting it up on screen. I don't really know the name, but you're looking at it. I only play these 2 because I need the space in my extra deck, and I never, ever go into, like, Link 3s outside of Auroradon, you know, for that Deskbot combo. So, I mean, it's really not useful to get that Link 3. It's not, in my opinion. Like, feel free, like again, like, if you want to get a profile, like, similar to this, like, definitely feel free to get definitely feel free to get this card up on screen. Like, I just personally don't use it. Then we play a Mecha Phantom Beast Auroradon. We only play 1. You only need 1. You definitely don't need any more. If you get any more, you're literally wasting cards in your extra deck. Then we play I'll actually put just, you know, these 3. These are 4, you know, beefy Link monsters, you know. And, like, I don't personally go into Avermax a lot. I go into Apollousa, you know, every other time, you know. It's like, I get a lot of counters on Apollousa in this deck, because you're going to have those Almirages and the Linkaribos to get you that extra counter, you know. Apollousa's really, really great, you know. Just negate all the monster's effects you want, you know. And then, Borrelsword, it's really, really great at attacking. It's super good. And you also can't really negate its effects, actually, so It's really good for battle. I don't go into Avermax a lot, but he's just there for when I need him. And I have needed him, but not a lot. I mean, I would love to get an access code Tucker here, but I don't think he's getting reprinted anytime soon. And then for the last 2 cards, I just, just the 2 link synchro monsters that I'm using for the Deskbot combo. You go into Moonlight with the synchros, and then you use this to go into Savage Dragon, and then he has 2 Omni Negates. Savage Dragon's probably the best card in the deck, even though I said it was Needle Fiber before, but Needle Fiber is more so the most versatile card in the deck. Savage Dragon and Apollousa might be the best cards, also with Borrelsword. So I think that's the whole profile. No more cards to show. Yeah, definitely. Feel free to leave a like, subscribe if you like the content so far, and I'll see you guys in the next video.